body structure with over 50% advanced high-strength steel compared to earlier of 13% and 6 airbags to offer unmatched safety. The fourth, the next-gen Verna has lots of new technologies and new features which are world premium of eco-coating technology and the first in segment features such as front ventilated seat and hands-free smart trunk. In addition, the next-gen Verna will offer best customer care package for low-risk customer maintenance with 3 years unlimited kilometer warranty and 3 years roadside assistance and 3 times map update and home visit within 15 days of car delivery for customer delight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are confident the next generation Verna will be a game-changer product to make Hyundai more to India strong market leadership in mid-size sedan segment and exceed customer desire by creating new benchmark. Before closing my speech, I would like to thank you, all our media friends and customers, for your love and trust for Hyundai Motor India in the last 20 years. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Koo. I now invite our very special guest of the day, Mr. H.S. Ha, Designer Director, Hyundai Motor Company, to share with us the design presentation. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Namaste. Hello. My name is Hak-Soo Ha, and I'm the Design Director from Hyundai Design Center. And it is a great honor to be here today in Delhi as a part of today's launch celebration. Here are just some pictures that I took on my trip, and these are some of my impressions of India. India is a great, vibrant, dynamic, and diverse country where rich tradition and heritage collides with latest technology and trend. India really stimulates our designer senses and inspires us in many different ways. The previous Verna was very well known for its design that we called fluidic sculpture. You all know it. Based on the success, we aim to capture a wider audience with the new car. We added 3 key design elements of sophistication, sportiness, and elegance. Our efforts resulted in the 5th generation Verna with much more modern style and mature attitude. As you all know, our customers and you all work very hard for your life, and your activities are becoming more and more diverse. So you work harder and you deserve better rewards. Therefore, the interior needs to become far more accommodating, multitasking, and high-tech feeling so that it matches up with the growing customers' expectations and their needs. While our 1st generation Verna was based on the K1 platform, the next-gen Verna is based on the K2 platform, which shares its backbone with its bigger sibling, Elantra. And this really allowed us to work with a larger platform to enhance exterior proportion as well as gain the more interior space. Longer wheelbase gives the car better stance, as you all know, and also it improves the couple distance between the first row driver passenger and the rear occupants. The longer hood symbolizes the increased power and speed, and optimized cabin space provides better comfort for the occupants. And the longer trunk means more elegant appearance from the outside, but also it increases the trunk capacity. And here I'm going to share with you some early exterior sketches. As you can see, our designers toyed around with different ideas for grills and lamp details to come up with a fresh design for the 5th generation Verna. And here you'll see some different ideations for the rear end. Tail lamps and the bumper treatments can give very different characteristics to the car. Now, based on the great new proportion, thanks to the new package and platform as I mentioned to you earlier, our designers then really focused on the front end and rear end graphics. And here I'm just going to share with you 2 last proposals that became part of the last final design. The theme A here that you see here, we focused on the dynamic characteristics with very large grille and very pronounced lower intakes. And also the designers really played around with very aggressive futuristic headlamp details. The theme B, we called it the sporty characteristics. And with this, we proposed this integrated front grille to the headlamp. And it has a little bit more linear elements to the design. And overall, it really emphasizes more of the muscular and sculptural surface treatment. These early cab models eventually became, the mother and father, and the happy marriage became the final design. And with the next gen, we really tried to make the car unique and dynamic, as you see on this page. So the end result of our collaborative efforts was a very distinctive and aggressive new face, and it's composed of a very large grille and very futuristic headlamp details and very pronounced lower air intakes, and the overall surface treatment of the bumper and the lower spoiler is very three-dimensional and very expressive. The rear end design of this vehicle is equally unique, that you see 2-piece tail lamp, and the sculptural bumper skin, it really emphasizes on this horizontal element that gives wide stance and the sporty feel of the car. Now, the side profile of the new Verna is very dynamic for the sedan of this class. As I mentioned to you earlier, this new package gives us very long and proud hood. And this makes the car appear very powerful and very substantial and demanding respect. And the raked front windshield and the low roofline makes the car look very sleek, but also this really improves the aerodynamics. I remember this car has a very low drag coefficient of 0.302. It's very low for this class. And continuing, the seat pillar is pulled back as far as possible, and it's combined with a very short deck, and this gives coupe-like impression for the sedan. It's very unique for this class. And the body sections are very well sculpted, and it's refined to express the muscles and bones that is wrapping around the superstructure. And the 16-inch the alloy wheels are great touch, and it adds the premium sporty feeling. Now moving on, the details such as the projector headlamp and the LED DRLs, and you cannot quite see here, but there also is a projector fog lamp. And these are all very premium features that you only find in true high-end luxury cars. Similarly, on the rear end, you will see the signature LED tail lamp. And this gives very unique graphics. We call it the Hyundai look. you find similar graphics in a bigger brother cars. Now, it was mentioned earlier, with the next-gen Verna, we are officially launching the cascading grille in India. Now more than ever, it is important that we reinforce the identity of Hyundai by creating very strong visual signature. We are evolving this new visual expression of our face of the new cars, and the cascading grille really proudly displays our confidence, and you will see that this application will go on many cars to come in the future. The new cascading grille, for those who are still not familiar, it has a tapering shape toward the bottom, and it really echoes the pouring of a molten steel, or as you see at the bottom of the shape of the Korean pottery, or it symbolizes the powerful cascade of a waterfall or cascade. Therefore, we're calling it cascading grille. This unique grille design will become a consistent Hyundai signature, not only for here in India, but around the world. You might have seen with the i30s and some other global cars. And many of you are already familiar with the design philosophy of Hyundai. We call it the fluidic sculpture, but we're evolving. The river stone that you see here is our design icon, symbolizing Hyundai's visual character. Timeless and sensual, with a shape that is ever evolving, but also consistent in being defined by nature. The river stone perfectly exemplifies our visual identity. Now let's move on to the interior. Here you see some samples of the original ideation sketches of our interior. And we explore the ideas of the symmetry and asymmetry with the architecture and the basic layout. And this was for us to assess whether we're going to put the focus on the driver orientation or the shared experience between the driver and the passenger. At the end, we wanted a modern yet logical design with a good balance between style and functionality. As you all know, the second generation Verna had a very expressive cockpit design. However, we wanted to improve some of the intuitive functionalities and ergonomics for the years to come. The interior is where our customers spend most of their times. Therefore, the sense of maturity and quality needs to carry throughout the inside. We began with a very strong horizontal layout to gain this feeling of lightness and space. Now, the slim IP and matching doors, it gives wide and spacious impression as the driver opens the door and gets into the car. Contrast to the noise and chaos of the outside world, which you all should be very familiar with. This interior provides very calm and serene environment in which the driver and passenger can relax and enjoy the journey. Very well sculpted sections and surface treatments give very good sense of a premium feeling. Attention to every details is a consistent design language was applied to each and every component. The ABN touchscreen, the door handles, and air vent details all offer a very exclusive quality experience. Very carefully selected two-tone interior, it creates both very sporty and premium ambiance. The black upper helps to calm down the reflections and it helps the driver to focus on the driving. with minimal distractions, while the light lower of the beige color, it really lightens up the mood. And the silver accents are like jewelry accessories that you can wear for the casual or very formal occasions. And lastly, the perforated patterns on the seat, it both helps the cooling functions, but also it adds another detail of a sporty feeling for the interior. Now, we all know that the paradigm is shifting, right? The old days, the feeling of connected to the road or the drivability of a car was the primary decision-making for purchasing a vehicle. Whereas today, the connected feeling to the rest of the world is much more important. So a significant amount of effort went in for the IT features in this new Verna. The 7-inch full-color touchscreen is equipped with an optional feature, and along with this, Mirror Link, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and other infotainment are enabled, and it's realized for the customers to use in the car. And also, Auto Link is available as well. Lastly, our color designers worked very hard to match the customers' needs here in India. The India's climate, the social and market situation requires very special attention to the color and material for our cars made and sold here in India. So we see the color as a soundtrack to a movie, even though it plays secondary role. When it's done right, it really enhances the experience, and it kind of takes the premium feeling or whichever experience to the next level. So the color spectrum for the exterior offers a wide range of color choices. It goes from very eye-catching flame orange to very respectable and premium-looking sienna brown and phantom black. As you all can see, our designers' intention of continuing Verna's legacy through design was not lost in translation, getting to the final production. The next-gen Verna has come back more grown up and mature and sophisticated. It became more confident and strong in character. This will provide more style, comfort, and performance in its class. I'm certain that the new Verna will carry its own success story here in India starting today. Thank you, and Hanyaba.
Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I now request Mr. Amit Gondia, General Manager Product Planning, Hyundai Motor India Limited, to tell us more about the features of the next-gen Verna. Welcome, sir.